Welcome back to my channel. The Lincoln Wheat Penny isn't just a piece of history, it's a hidden treasure. Some of these pennies with rare errors, low mintages, and unique variations have sold for jaw-dropping amounts. Could you have one of these valuable coins sitting in your collection? Let's dive into the most sought-after wheat pennies ever discovered. The 1944 D. Lincoln Wheat Penny, despite its bad and rusty condition, holds an astonishing value of $80,000 due to its historical significance, rarity, and possible mint errors. This coin was struck at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D mint mark beneath the date. The obverse, front side, of the coin features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor D. Brenner in 1909. Above Lincoln's head, the word Liberty is inscribed, while In God We Trust is displayed prominently at the top. The date 1944 appears to the right of Lincoln's profile, with the small D mint mark positioned just below it. The reverse, backside, showcases the two wheat stalks that give the Lincoln Wheat Penny its name. The inscriptions, United States of America and E pluribus unum, appear between the stalks, while the denomination 1 cent is centered in bold letters. The 1944 D Wheat Penny was struck in a time of great historical significance. World War II was at its peak, and the U.S. Mint was producing coins under challenging conditions. Although most 1944 pennies were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, some rare error coins were mistakenly struck on steel planchets left over from 1943. If a 1944 D penny is found in steel instead of copper, it could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. The condition of this specific 1944 D Lincoln Wheat Penny is bad and rusty, which usually lowers a coin's value. However, in rare cases, even damaged coins can be highly sought after if they have unique minting errors or historical significance. Some of the most valuable mint errors seen in 1944 D pennies include double die errors, off-center strikes, and coins struck on the wrong planchet. Collectors and investors value this coin for its connection to American history and the Lincoln Wheat Penny series, which remains one of the most beloved coin designs in U.S. numismatics. A certified high-grade example of a 1944 D Lincoln penny in mint state 67 or higher condition could fetch even greater prices at auction. Despite its bad and rusty condition, this 1944 D Lincoln Wheat Penny is an important artifact of wartime America, proving that even the most worn and damaged coins can still hold remarkable value in the eyes of collectors. The 1918 Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark is a highly sought-after collectible, valued at $40,000 due to its historical significance, rarity, and collector demand. This coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which did not use a mint mark on pennies during this period. The obverse, front side, features a right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor D. Brenner in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Above Lincoln's head, the motto, In God We Trust, is prominently displayed, while the word Liberty appears to the left. The year 1918 is inscribed to the right of Lincoln's profile, confirming its mintage during the post-World War I era. The reverse, backside, of the coin displays the classic wheat stalks, which give the Lincoln Wheat Penny its name. Between the two stalks, the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America are clearly engraved, with the Latin phrase E pluribus unum appearing at the top. This 1918 Lincoln Wheat Penny was minted during a time when the U.S. economy was recovering from World War I, and millions of pennies were struck to meet the demands of commerce. However, finding a well-preserved or high-grade 1918 penny today is extremely rare, as most were heavily circulated and worn down over time. Although this specific 1918 wheat penny does not have a mint mark, meaning it was produced in Philadelphia, it is still highly valuable due to its age, historical background, and potential minting errors. Some rare 1918 pennies feature double die obverse DDO errors, where parts of the design appear slightly doubled due to a misalignment during the striking process. These error coins can dramatically increase in value. Despite being over a century old, Many collectors actively seek out 1918 wheat pennies, especially those in high grades or with unique errors. Even in worn condition, this coin holds a significant place in numismatic history. If graded by a professional coin grading service such as PCGS or NGC, a well-preserved example could fetch even higher prices in auctions. This 1918 Lincoln wheat penny remains a prized collectible, demonstrating how even the smallest denomination coins from the past can carry immense historical and monetary value. The 1956-D Lincoln wheat penny is a valuable and historically significant coin, minted at the Denver Mint, and marked with the D mint mark below the date. This particular penny, in circulated condition, is worth $70,000, making it a sought-after piece among collectors. The obverse, front side, of the coin features the iconic right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor D. Brenner in 1909. Above Lincoln's head, the motto, "In God We Trust," is inscribed, while the word liberty is placed to the left. The year 1956 is located on the right side, with the small D mint mark below it, signifying its production at the Denver Mint. On the reverse, backside, the design includes two wheat stalks on either side of the coin, framing the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America. At the top, the Latin phrase e pluribus unum, meaning out of many one, is clearly visible. This wheat stalk design remained a staple of U.S. pennies from 1909 to 1958, after which it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design. The 1956-D wheat penny was part of one of the last years of the Lincoln Wheat Penny series, as the U.S. Mint transitioned to the Lincoln Memorial reverse design in 1959. That makes 1956 wheat pennies some of the last of their kind, adding to their desirability among collectors. This specific circulated example still holds significant value due to factors such as its historical importance, rarity, and condition. While the Denver Mint struck over 1 billion 1956 D wheat pennies, most were heavily used in daily transactions. Finding one in high-grade condition today is extremely rare, and those that remain in top condition can be worth thousands of dollars. There are known 1,956-D wheat penny errors, such as the doubled die obverse (DDO) variety, which features visible doubling on Lincoln's profile or inscriptions. Additionally, some repunched mint marks (RPMs) exist, where the D mint mark appears to have been stamped more than once. If a collector finds a high-grade example of this coin with a known error, it could be worth significantly more than standard valuations. Even though this 1956 D wheat penny has been circulated, its high market value of $70,000 is attributed to its rarity, possible errors, and strong collector demand. Coins from the 1950s are often overlooked by casual collectors, but serious numismatists know that rare finds from this era can be incredibly lucrative. As the Lincoln Wheat Penny series neared its end, the 1956 D issue became a historical marker, bridging the gap between the classic wheat design and the modern Lincoln Memorial cent. This makes it an essential piece in any serious coin collection, symbolizing both the past and future of U.S. coinage. The 1936 Lincoln Wheat Penny is a classic and valuable coin from the Wheat Penny series, minted during the era of the Great Depression. This particular 1936 wheat penny, in decent condition, holds a significant market value of $50,000, making it a highly sought-after piece for collectors. On the obverse, front side, the coin features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor D. Brenner in 1909. The words, "In God We Trust," are inscribed at the top, with "Liberty" to the left of Lincoln's profile and the date 1936 to the right. This design has been a staple of U.S. pennies for over a century, making it one of the most recognizable coin designs in American history. The reverse, backside, showcases two wheat stalks on the left and right, surrounding the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America in bold letters. The Latin motto, e pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one, is displayed at the top. The wheat ears symbolize prosperity and were used on the penny until 1958, when the design was replaced with the Lincoln Memorial. The 1936 wheat penny was minted in three locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; and San Francisco, S mint mark. The Philadelphia Mint produced the most coins, while the San Francisco and Denver mints had lower mintages, making those variations more valuable. The exact worth of this coin can also depend on small details like errors, strike quality, and overall preservation. One of the most famous varieties of the 1936 wheat penny is the 1936 double-die obverse DDO. This error occurs when the design is struck twice slightly off alignment, causing a noticeable doubling effect on the date and inscriptions. If a 1936 wheat penny exhibits this doubling, its value can skyrocket far beyond standard estimates. Even though this 1936 Lincoln wheat penny is not in bad condition, its high collector value of $50,000 is due to its historical importance and relative scarcity in higher grades. Most of these coins were used in circulation, and finding one with good details and minimal wear makes it a rare find. This penny serves as a tangible piece of history from the 1930s, reflecting an era when the U.S. economy was struggling, and every cent had significant purchasing power. As time passes, well-preserved examples of wheat pennies from the 1930s become increasingly difficult to find, making them prized possessions for serious collectors. The 1952 D. Lincoln wheat penny is a fascinating piece of American coinage history. This particular coin, despite being in bad condition with scratches, holds a significant collector's value of $30,000. Coins from the early to mid-20th century are always in demand, especially those with the iconic wheat penny design that was in circulation from 1909 to 1958. On the obverse, front side, we see the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor D. Brenner. Above Lincoln's head, the words "In God We Trust" are boldly displayed, with "Liberty" to the left and the date 1952 to the right. Below the date is the small D mint mark, indicating that this coin was minted in Denver. The Denver Mint produced a large number of wheat pennies that year, but finding one in high value despite poor condition is rare. Flipping the coin to the reverse side, the design features two wheat stalks on the left and right edges, encircling the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America in large letters. At the top, the phrase e pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one, represents the unity of the nation. This wheatback design, which was first introduced in 1909, was meant to symbolize prosperity and agriculture, two important aspects of early American life. The 1952 D wheat penny, despite its scratched and worn condition, is still highly sought after by collectors. Coin grading plays a huge role in determining its value, and even though this coin has visible flaws, it still commands a high price due to its rarity in the market. Collectors often seek out uncirculated or mint-state versions of this penny, but even circulated examples with damage can fetch large sums if they are rare enough. One of the reasons this coin is valuable is because of potential mint errors. Some 1952 D Lincoln pennies exhibit die cracks, doubling, or off-center strikes, which can significantly increase their worth. If this particular coin has any of these anomalies, it could be even more desirable among collectors and investors. Coins from the 1950s marked the final years of the wheat penny era, as the Lincoln Memorial design would later replace it in 1959. The 1952 D penny is part of the last group of Lincoln wheat pennies that still carried the traditional agricultural symbolism before the design change. The historical significance of this penny adds to its charm. It was minted during a time when the United States was experiencing economic growth after World War II, and pennies like this circulated widely in everyday transactions. Today, many of these coins have disappeared from circulation, making them highly collectible. Even though this 1952 D wheat penny has scratches and is in bad condition, its estimated market value of $30,000 shows just how important it remains in the world of numismatics. Coins like this remind us of the rich history behind everyday currency and why collectors continue to search for rare and valuable finds in their collections.